Last year we had a very unorganized tomato garden. There were literally tomato plants all over the place, some on the cattle panel trellises, some in different pots, and some in different garden beds. It was a mess. Honestly, as a result, we wasted a lot of our tomato crop. This year I told myself I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to plant all of my tomato plants in the same area. And I came across a great video on setting up your tomato infrastructure. I'm gonna give that a shot today, see if it's really as easy as this creator says it is. Let's get started. You're gonna need some materials. You will need 1 T-post every 8 feet in length of your garden rows. Electrical conduit, this is a 1/2 inch piece of electrical conduit. It is galvanized so it can help withstand from the harsh elements for many, many years to come. You're gonna need a 1/2 inch electrical conduit connector. You'll need a little screwdriver for this piece. You will need a 1 1/4 inch PVC T that goes on top of those T-posts, and that's where the electrical conduit will sit in. Some twine. I got the twine, the actual T-post, and I also got my post driver. What is this thing called? Post pounder. I got this at Tractor Supply as well, and the reason I wanted to spend the extra money on doing that is because my husband's not here today to help me, and this is supposed to, one of these little post pounders is supposed to make the project so much easier. Now, for all of our cattle panel trellises and things like that that we have done in the past, we have been using this, what's it called, the sledgehammer, and that is effective. However, it's a lot harder, and I don't think that you would be able to get a T-post in the ground with a hammer. So if you don't have something as heavy as a sledgehammer, I would definitely go out and purchase the post pounder. It's going to be worth your time and investment. Now, the electrical conduit and the PVC Ts and the actual electrical conduit connectors, all of those we purchased from Home Depot. I'm sure you could get that at Lowe's. I'm really interested to see if this was as easy as this particular video claims it to be, and I'm super excited to get like a really consistent and professional clean look for my tomato garden, because every year we are trying to grow the garden, and I have found investing time in these projects on the forefront really helps with mitigating any type of stress and overwhelming feeling on the back end when it comes to the garden. Let's get started. You're going to want to start out by measuring where you're going to put your T-post. I did my measurements wrong. I need 4 T-posts per row, which that's okay. I'm pretty sure I have enough for all 4 rows, and if not, I actually have extra T-posts on my cattle panel trellises that I'll just, you know, borrow for the time being. Now I'm gonna get the T-posts in the ground with the post driver thingy. I'm pretty interested to see how easy this is gonna be, because that thingy's heavy, and the T-posts are heavy too, so we shall see how easy it really is. Even reach up there. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna need something to stand on. I'll be back. Okay, so you're gonna want the T side down. Of course, that is the anchor part. You'll want all the little bumpy parts on the inside or on the outside. Keep all of them consistently the same. You don't want some to be like flip-flopped. So just make sure you're facing all the T-posts on the same direction. I did it. You see it? It's in the ground. You want to get it in there just like until that little T part is totally hidden in the soil. Let me tell you, when I first stood up there and I was like holding the weight of the actual T-post, which is not light at all, I'm holding the actual post pounder thingy, I was thinking I'm probably gonna have to put a pin in this project and wait for my husband to come home later, but This particular post pounder thingy is so easy. Oh my goodness, it puts it in there like butter. So I would totally recommend investing in one of those. And now that I have one of the T-posts in the ground, I'm actually gonna re-measure everything just because it's like so much easier to measure off of one of these that are really structural and sturdy. So I'm gonna re-measure and then get the rest in the ground rather quickly. This is where the next one is. Ah, there's so many ants. Oh my ants, holy cow. I really hope I don't fall off of this. Be good to do this with another person for some safety measures, but you know, I'm a doer. I'm gonna get it done, as they say. It is a great feeling when you do something on your own despite having self-doubts. I freaking did it. Look at these T-posts in the ground. Now for the easy part. You'll want to grab your 1 1/4 inch PVC tees and we're just gonna plop those right on top. Now I will say it's not super level, but it'll be fine. I mean, it's not that unlevel. It's not bad. Not bad at all. What I saw that guy do, and I will include a link to the video because you gotta give credit where credit is due, and this is where I got the inspiration for this trellis, is he installed one side of the connector for the electrical conduit while on the ground because he just said it makes it easier to do it than in the air. Let's put this sucker in the PVC tees. We're just gonna start attaching. All right, so I put everything up and I just realized that my rows are not 15 feet long. I don't know why I got that in my head. I swear I thought I heard my husband say it. I should have double checked my work, but they are 22 feet long and the electrical conduit is 10 feet long. So I've got two 10-foot electrical conduit pieces at the top and then one like 4-footer as well, because we don't have a 2-foot electrical conduit piece. So what I'm going to probably end up doing is readjusting the poles to account for that additional length. That way we don't have a good amount hanging off of one end. So I'm gonna fix the T-post and I'm just gonna extend the garden row just barely and then put more tomato plants in here instead. Total length is going to be 24 feet with 4 T-posts. We are in. Next, I'm going to actually attach the tomato plants to the trellis so that you can see how the full system works. You'll just need some bamboo. It really only needs to be at least 2 inches in length. I don't even think I can break these. Okay. So you only need it to be about 2 inches in length. My bamboo sticks are pretty long, so I'm gonna break them up a little bit, but you'll want to place them, oh, that kind of snapped it. Okay, so you'll want to place the bamboo right at the close base of the tomato plant and make sure it's in there really securely. And make sure there's a little nodule available to tie the rope to. Right now I have 10 tomato plants on this 24-foot row, so I could certainly fit at least 2 more tomato plants very comfortably and have a really even 2-foot spacing per tomato plant. All right, I'm gonna grab my twine and tie these bad boys up. You'll definitely want to get a weather resistant twine, because I would say like typical butcher's twine or something like that is definitely going to break pretty quickly. I have used twine like that and it only lasts one season, just so you know. I don't want you to waste your time or whatever. So I would definitely get something that's a little bit more weather resistant and structural for the rain and those UV rays. Over the top. Starting to feel like a real pro over here. We did it. Everything is completed, all nice and tied up. The hardest part about this whole project, honestly, was the tying up the tomato plant. So if that tells you how easy it was, go out and give it a try, especially if you're somebody who's not comfortable with, you know, power tools and cutting things or measuring things out even accurately. As you saw, I wasn't the best at doing that, but hey, it was no problem in the end. If you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to give it a like, because that helps me tremendously. And if you don't want to miss out any future videos like this going into the deep spring season, there's so much to show you guys. I'm super excited. Definitely consider subscribing for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.